The US real estate process was the envy of the world, but now agents can't even show their moms a home without a buyer agreement now. But before we jump into that, make sure you hit like and hit subscribe below to stay on top of all of the latest Huntsville, Alabama real estate news. So why is all this happening? Well, it's part of the proposed $418 million settlement to the National Association of Realtors lawsuit. So who are the real winners in this? Well, unfortunately, I think the real winners are a couple of people. Definitely the attorneys. They are racking in about $256 million of that proposed settlement. Unfortunately, the attorneys are the biggest winners, as they typically are in any lawsuit out there. The second one is potentially big companies like BlackRock. There is a big nationwide movement towards corporate ownership of housing, and companies like BlackRock are buying up housing on Main Street. And so I think companies like BlackRock are potentially behind this settlement so that they can reap the rewards of potentially lower commissions if they do in fact happen. So those are the two potential winners in my opinion. Buyers, however, are not one of the winners as part of this settlement. So you're thinking about buying a home, so how does this impact you? Well, the biggest thing is the buyer agreement now needs to be signed before viewing a home. I think that piece can be a good thing because buyers really do need to slow down before they go out and view homes. We always encourage buyers to do a buyer consultation. A buyer consultation will walk you through the entire process of buying a home, and you'll come up with a game plan where you can walk through some of the costs. You can look at owning a home versus renting a home and some of those benefits, and really coming up with a winning strategy as well in the event that you find yourself in a multiple offer situation. So a buyer consultation is a potential win out of this. So you do need that buyer agreement up front. But the other thing too is, if you are going out and seeing the home with that agent and you just don't know if you want to hire that agent yet, you can shorten the period or specify the buyer agreement to a particular home as well. As with Matt Curtis Real Estate, you can always cancel that agreement if you're not comfortable with the agent that you're working with. So it sounds like a big deal getting a buyer agreement up front. In practicality, we have you covered here at Matt Curtis Real Estate. It's going to be a really easy process for you with conforming to these new, not really laws, but basically laws. So the second thing out of this is that buyer agent commission is no longer going to be advertised in the MLS. Well, what does that mean for you as a home buyer? Well, it means some agents are going to be freaking out because they don't know what they're getting paid. They're going to be calling agents all over town asking what the commission rate is. I think that's the wrong approach to it. So really what you want to do is just work with your buyer agent, come up with a fee that's reasonable for the level of their services, and then just ask, if you don't have those funds, which most buyers don't, ask for the seller to pay for those funds as part of your offer. And then have your agent go to work to negotiate those funds so that they're compensated and so that you also don't have to pay for those fees out of pocket. So the good news again is that we have this all figured out for you. On the buyer agreement side, we can go over that. We ideally want to go over that buyer consultation, but if you want to do it at the home, we can do that as well. And of course, you can cancel that if you're unhappy with the level of services that we provide. We can also shorten that or specify a particular home while you're getting to know us as well. So at Matt Curtis Real Estate, we've got you covered. We've got this all figured out to make this continue to be an easy process for you and to earn a 5-star review from you at the end as well.